Hey, this is Rob here from Black Creek Coffee. Today we'll be meeting with Melissa from Ladybird Animal Sanctuary to tell us a bit about who they are and what they do. Here we go. So, Melissa, you work at Ladybird Animal Rescue. So, tell us a bit about the rescue, sort of where you're based and how long you've been going.
Sure. First of all, I've got one of our rescues right here. This is Mitsu, and I started fostering her a few weeks ago. And I haven't really ever had the opportunity to foster, even though I'm one of the co-founders. So this has been one of the perks of lockdown. We've been a registered charity for almost 10 years now. It was myself and Lisa Wynn and Janine Stoll who started it. Um, we have been best friends for a very, very long time. We're all musicians, and we met in the music scene in Toronto and Hamilton. So we have a very long history together of playing music together and hanging out together. And Lisa Wynn had always been really involved in rescuing animals. She would foster all the time. She worked in and out of the local shelters in Hamilton. And, the three of us are all animal lovers, obviously, and we care a great deal about animal welfare. So we just kind of got to talking one day, and Lisa was trying to rescue a cat named Oliver who had FIV, I believe. And she couldn't seem to find anyone to take this cat. And so the three of us thought, okay, well, maybe we can like do something together and, form a group where we can actually get some traction and help these animals and have, a farther reach in our community. So it just kind of snowballed from there. And Janine is kind of like a web genius. She can create anything online. So she made us this beautiful website. We started getting other people involved. So Ladybird has always been 100% volunteer run. And we had a lot of people come on board as fosters, and it just like really grew organically and naturally. And 10 years later, on a totally volunteer basis, we've rescued well over 1,000 animals,
Wow,
and have so many people involved, and just like this amazing ladybird community. So it's really been a beautiful thing.
that's awesome. And how are you finding fostering so far?
Oh, well, it's a foster fail, I think, because I don't think I can let go of this girl. She is so sweet. She is maybe 9 or 10 years old. She's a Shih Tzu, and she was found on the streets of Hamilton. She was groomed a week ago, so she's looking so much better. She was just like a
Yeah,
mess of fur and matted fur. She could barely see. She had such terrible infection in her eyes and her ears, her skin. She had sores all over her body. She was in
yeah,
really, really rough shape, um, mostly deaf and blind. And, it was clear that she had been owned by someone at some point, but they must have just put her out on the street at some point, maybe because of her health issues, or who knows. We never
wow.
know these backstories. We're always dying to know, like, what is your story? I want to hear. But she was obviously severely neglected, and wouldn't really stand a chance out there on the streets.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was sent to the shelter, and that's where we rescued her from.
That's awesome. So I was reading about the farm, which sounds amazing. And so tell us a bit about that idea and sort of how far you are.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we named it. We named our charity Ladybird Animal Sanctuary, so it was obviously something that we dreamed about right from the beginning. The initial vision was a beautiful farm that could house all of these animals who really have nowhere else to go, which would, include farm animals as well. Um, but we also didn't want to rush into that because that is a huge undertaking. And a lot of sanctuaries fail because it's really, really difficult to be successful and to keep it going. And it's expensive,
Yeah,
to take care of all these animals. So you need the support there. So we really wanted to like take our time with this goal of ours and not rush into it. So, we've just kind of let it grow, and we've learned so much along the way about caring for animals, running a charity, you know, um, just the ins and outs of making this work and making this be successful. We've also visited a lot of sanctuaries in Canada and in the States, spent time at different places, and asked all the questions. We did a weekend workshop at Farm Sanctuary in the States. So we've really wanted to take our time and just do the proper research and get the experience. And now, 10 years in, we feel like we're really prepared and ready, and that we also have the support system. We have so many people who stand, alongside Lady Bird, and whether they're donors or they follow us on Facebook, they share our posts, or they just read our posts. We just have a lot of people who are paying attention and are supportive, and there's just like this really nice energy around us. And so we feel like, okay, let's like take the next steps to move this forward. Of course, then COVID hit and kind of slowed everything down and changed everything. So we kind of put the pause button on for a little bit, but I feel like lately we're like, okay, let's get the ball rolling again. So on December 1st, we're actually going to officially launch our campaign to help build the farm, which essentially means, we're going to be looking for land, property, whether it's donated or whether we fundraise for that specifically. And our goal with the farm is to start small and build from there. We don't want to have anything that's too massive, something that we can handle, something, where people feel welcome. They can come and visit, be a part of it, help out, volunteer. We want to really like showcase sustainable technology and kind of build it from the ground up. And put a lot of thought into the structures and how we're functioning, and try to be as off the grid as possible. And of course, we're all musicians, so we want there to be a real like creative aspect to it. Lots of concerts and sculptures and gardens, and we want it to be kind of this like beautiful, whimsical place, kind of like an escape where people can come and feel a part of something, hopeful and inspiring. So yeah, we're on December 1st, we're launching. That's Giving Tuesday, which is, for those of you who don't know, it's a day to where people are encouraged to donate to charities. So we thought that would be a fitting day to launch our campaign. And we have like a really spectacular virtual concert that we are organizing for that day. So yeah, it's all going to kind of happen then, and then we'll just go from there.
Yeah, I mean, the event looks amazing, and I think the approach that you're taking to it, coming from the business side first, is really commendable, because there's so many people that go into this sort of thing with 100% passion and without the business expertise behind it. And like you said, it's very easy to fail in the first year, and people don't realize how expensive it is. So taking your time and getting the business part set up first is an awesome way of doing it. And so we launched nearly a year ago. Actually, we're coming up on our year anniversary. So we've been roasting and acting for that time, and people have got to know us and our business for the coffee that we make, and we've got a good reputation for that. And then recently we wanted to sort of emphasize the fact that we donate 20% of our profits to animal rescues, and we put an ad out there, and we got a lot of traction. So a couple of rescues, we heard from a lot of different fans from lots of different rescues, all nominating. So Lady Bird had an army of fans reaching out to us, which was good. So we wanted to contact you, and we wanted to make a donation of $500 today to help you along on your campaign.
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. That means a lot to us to have that support.
No worries, and hopefully it can be one of many. So as we grow the business, we want to reach out to more rescues and hopefully continually donate so we can be a source of funds in the future.
Mm-hmm. It's incredible what you're doing. Much
So thank
appreciated.
you. No
Yeah.
worries. Well, yeah, have a good weekend, and we'll get that donation over to you as quickly as we can.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Okay, bye now.